and that's one of the key drivers of muscle, which is volume. So the more you can get in, the bigger the muscle's going to grow. And welcome to the Gun Show. Guys, here's a quick tip for you. If you're trying to get bigger arms, bigger legs, bigger triceps, bigger biceps, bigger shoulders, whatever you're trying to do, a really good thing that I like to recommend is what I've been doing lately. It's drop sets at the end of a workout. So you guys can see here, I'm starting with dumbbells, sorry. So let's say you pick a weight. Let's say you can bicep curl 12 kilos, right? So as you can see here, I've got 12 kilos. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna curl as many times as you can until you can't curl anymore. Once you've hit the 12s, drop it down, grab the 10s, then go to the 7.5s, then go to the 5s, then go as many as you can until failure on each set. This is called drop sets, right? So you're gonna go all the way down. You're gonna pick a weight that you can start off with, doing about 12 to 15 reps with good form. Then once you get fatigued, you put it down and you pick the weight straight back up, and then you go into your next set. Now the thing about this is it's gonna hurt and it's gonna be hard, but it's always good to end your workout like this because you get a lot more volume in over time. And that's one of the key drivers of muscle, which is volume. So the more you can get in, the bigger the muscle's gonna grow. And it's very, very good because it's not gonna take up a lot of time. Instead of just doing 3 sets of 10, if you're pumping out, like let's say if you went 12, 10, 7.5, 5, and then 2s or whatever it is, and that's 5, okay? That's 5 different numbers you're doing. And then you've done, let's say you did 15, then you did 12, then you did 10, 10, 10. Well, that's over 60 reps you've just gotten right there just from doing that. So that's a bunch of volume you can actually get in really, really quickly at the end of your workout. Now, I always recommend this at the end of the workout too because it's like the little add-on, right? After you get all the important stuff done, which are your compound lifts, which are your big heavy movements, which are the things that are going to put the most amount of muscle on you, then you finish off with a little bit of dumbbells because it's just like the icing on the cake per se. Now, you can do this with any different type of exercise. This is just an example with bicep curls. If you wanted to get your triceps bigger, then you could do cable pull downs and the same type of thing. If you want to get a bigger chest, you could do this with bench press or dumbbell press. Make sure if you're going to do that, you're going to have someone spotting you though, because if you're doing it with the bench press, the last thing you want to do is fail with some weight on top of your chest or not being able to get it back up. If you're trying to do it with your back, another good one would be the bent over row, the lat pull down, chin ups assisted. There's so many different types of options out there, and the reason we do it with, I always recommend you do this type of drop sets with more isolation exercises is, like I said, you want to avoid injury at the end of the day because no one wants to get injured, no one wants to get hurt. You're in the gym to get fitter and to get healthier, to gain some muscle. You're not in the gym to stroke your ego, try and push yourself as hard as you can and potentially injure yourself too. So just have a think about that too. But I absolutely love drop sets, and I didn't make this up. It's been around for ages, clearly, and where I actually got this from was Arnold's Bodybuilding Encyclopedia back when I read it ages ago. And I totally forgot about it, but I thought recently, I'm like, you know what, I actually want to gain a little bit more on my arm mass. My arms aren't that big, so I'm going to add in some drop sets. Now you can do this at the end of every single workout, every time you finish. Let's say you just want to get bigger overall. Well, you can set yourself a goal and say, you know what, at the end of my leg workout, I'm going to do leg extensions and leg curls to failure. At the end of my upper body workout, I'm going to do bicep curls and tricep push downs to failure, just to really get that icing on the cake. It's not going to be a lot of work. It's going to be really, really simple, but it's going to be tough. Like, you don't want to just go, okay, I can do 10, maybe I can do like 4 or 5 more. You want to go to failure on every single one. So when you go 12 kilos, make sure you can't curl that anymore with good form, okay? If it starts to get bad, then you drop the weight down. But you also don't want to force the reps either. Don't go swinging your body weight or all those type of things. This is good, clean, strict reps you want to make sure you're sticking to when you're doing this to avoid injury and to make sure you're working the muscle properly. If you're just swinging your weight around when you're trying to do a finishing set, there's no point. You're really pretty much wasting your time and energy, okay? So try and give it a try. It's called drop sets. You guys can have a look at it so you can get some ideas about different exercises you can do and see what you think. Like, if you've had experience with this before, make sure to comment down below because I want to hear if you've actually done it and what experience you've had with it. So far, so good. It's good for me, and plus it gives you a good pump at the end of the day. That is your tip of the day. Speak to you guys tomorrow.